I am in Westwood, going toward Beverly Hills. I just left actually Westwood proper, actually West Santa Monica proper, right up Wilshire. I still am on Wilshire, the famous Wilshire. Decided to do a live video. You see these expensive buildings that have been here before the original resident high rises. I would say these are the grandfather or the grandmother of all the high rises that they're filling out in every little space, and they charge people close to $3,000 a month. Right now I'm on a street called Beverly Glen and Wilshire. I just decided to do this at the last second. The last minute. I have no descriptions in there yet. I have no thumbnail yet. But we are in a very popular greater Los Angeles area. And we're going into Beverly Hills. Of course, I don't go into Beverly Hills much. Back in the days, I used to travel up and down Wilshire and the Beverly Hills quite a bit. You don't have to be rich just to drive around and shop in Beverly Hills. If you just like to spend that kind of money, that's okay. I have shopped in Beverly Hills before. Either Macy's, probably Macy's. In the early days, such a beautiful day. On my left, there is a golf course. The golf course is between Westwood and Beverly Hills on Wilshire. Of course, Wilshire has been in the news a little bit. People are starting to walk out in the middle of the street out here, taking selfies in front of people's homes and businesses. I don't know about the home part of the businesses. That's what I've seen on the news. But that's totally ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. If you're on the main street in Beverly Hills, you don't need to be standing out in the middle of the street slowing down traffic. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm at a part of Beverly Hills where Santa Monica Boulevard, Wilshire Boulevard intersects. The Santa Monica Boulevard is kind of actually a lot of streets in Los Angeles that intersect into various cities in Los Angeles County. You really have to know the main street in order to get around without getting lost. You can get lost here, but if you know the main streets, a lot of these streets will take you right to the ocean. Quite a few of them. Believe it or not, a lot of people take the metro here. But just like they say, nobody walks in LA. That's pretty much true. Over there, there's a Starbucks coffee to my right with the design. It does say Starbucks. That used to be Wilson's House of Suede. At least half of that building is. I think the very front. Many years ago. Came across the Santa Monica Boulevard, which goes straight on into Hollywood. This street goes kind of almost into Hollywood, the outskirts of Hollywood. So we're on Wilshire Boulevard, the main hub of Beverly Hills. Well, you got your fancy cars over to my left. TBTFW Worldwide. Like foreign cars. Can't really get a good video of it. It's Wednesday afternoon. Approaching evening, 3:39 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here in Beverly Hills. To my right is Neiman Marcus. They're still in business. Over to my left is Roxbury Drive, and to my right is a one-way street pointed toward me. It's really a strange street because it picks up again, but it goes the other way. So you can't enter one way, but it crosses Wilshire, and I believe it's a two-way street. And it is. It's a two-way street with residential homes and apartments. Over to my right, Saks Fifth Avenue, still around, I believe, or is it just closed up? Look like it's closed up. I don't know if Saks around anymore, is it? Maybe it's abandoned. Well, I see another abandoned building here. I forget what that was. Oh, here's Saks Fifth Avenue. I guess they had two at one time. So this is Saks Fifth Avenue over to my right. We just passed it. So y'all having a few buildings in Beverly Hills that are closed down. And there are a lot of people on the street walking around from out of town and in town. A lot of people just love to come here, period. Little grill on the alley, Canale, Ramona, Mickey Moto. My right, Tiffany and Company to my left. What's that? Winslavin Fine Art. Look like they're rehabilitating this building to my right. They got some plastic over on the inside. Maybe it was a U.S. bank. Maybe they're going to change it to something else. Or maybe it's a multi-use place. Of course, the Chase Bank is on my left. There's a building in front at the very top says Rolex. Well, Rolex is always in the news. I only wear cheap watches anyway. If people can tell that I'm wearing a cheap watch and they still want it, I guess they have a problem, right? Traffic is very slow. I gotta wait. Traffic is very slow. Bank of America. They got a lot of stuff. Look like buildings on both my left and right. I think I know why these buildings have all this here. I think the metro train is probably coming all the way down here from Los Angeles downtown. I believe they're going to do Wilshire. Thing, because I know it is. I know the train's going to Wilshire and La Brea, right where the La Brea Tar Pits is. Right now, I know that the train actually stops at Western Avenue and Wilshire, which is further east. So I'm thinking that this could be what it is. Maybe, or maybe they're just rehabilitating the whole front of it. No, look like they're doing something here. Look like they're doing some deep cuts in the corners. Look like some deep cuts and spaces for people to probably go in and out. I think so, because I can feel this part of the road kind of rise. So they could be going underground, perhaps. I'm not sure which way this line is going. It could be going the opposite way. But I can easily find out by just looking at a map of their projection of where the train line is going. There's always maps, projections online, proposed or abandoned projects like they did on Slauson Avenue at South Central, Southwest LA. And that was just a bike path, which many years ago was a regular Union Pacific or freight train area. One thing about the legislature, the local legislatures, they can find time to change things around and say, whoops, we don't have the money, forget about it. Of course, if you know anything about New York City, you can see old train lines that used to be used, that are in tunnels, that are filled with water, look like they abandoned them. Or maybe they can come back to them. They don't have the money for them, so they just build new tracks going in different directions, or maybe going above it. Still quite a few buildings that are abandoned. Notice of public hearing. I don't know what this. Oh, this was a Shabbat. Oh, okay. I see. Maybe they don't use that building. Maybe they do use a little bit of it at least. Okay. So this is the LA Fitness building right here. And I belong to LA Fitness, but it's in this swanky building to my left. So this building was probably something else, and I'm surprised that they used this good-looking building, high-rise. I'm sure it's not on every floor. But for people who live in this area, I guess that's okay. LA Fitness. I see two people sitting outside the building, so I don't know what that means. Maybe they're tired, getting ready to catch the bus. There's a Metro bus right here in front of the LA Fitness on Doheny and Wilshire. If you're looking for LA Fitness and you're in the area and you can afford to live here, or you just want to travel through here and do some extensive shopping, you can go to LA Fitness on Doheny and Wilshire Boulevard. There's a theater here, music hall. Looked like it was abandoned, but I guess they are using it for entertainment. Paradigm Talent Agency, I never could trust them. That's probably why I got my YouTube. I stopped that right away. I get sick and tired of spam messing up my video. Marshall Goldman. This is another auto place since 1978. They got some little sports cars in there. These sports cars, these little cars, oh, they got a new hospital here. Cedars-Sinai, maybe it's always been there and I ain't paid no attention to it. Another wing of Cedars-Sinai. Seems like a lot of hospitals are spreading their wings. They're not just in one place anymore. They can expand, no matter who it is. Some of them can expand and some of them go out of business. We're still on Wilshire Boulevard. In fact, we're going east, not into the sunlight, which is a good thing. Chicken and waffle, that place went out of business, whatever it is. Maybe that was the Roscoe's that didn't make it. Fine Arts, his theater called Fine Arts. It's been around for a long time. It's still here. And I guess they do have showings or whatever they do here. Fine Arts, maybe they just have Fine Arts in there. I don't know if they... See, October collaborating, Fine Arts Theater, Beverly Hills, Facebook, Screening Services Group. Oh, I guess they do show movies there too. Okay, it's very crowded here. Gotta keep this clear right here. Can I go now? Yeah, the bus is going, so I'm gonna go. Oh, let me see. Is he coming over here? No. So we're gonna cross the famous La Cienega Boulevard. This this is a new hospital, Cedars-Sinai. They built a hospital here because I didn't know this was a hospital. If it was here before, I don't remember because I ate at a restaurant on the other side. There was a restaurant there a long time ago that I went to. So this is another Cedars-Sinai hospital on La Cienega Boulevard, which is where the original Restaurant Row is. We're going to cross La Cienega, where original Restaurant Row, where most people in LA went. They had a lot of restaurants there. It's changed a great deal. Oh, the theater's still here. This old theater is still here. The Saban Theater still here. And I believe these fences are, oh, they got a Panera Bread right here. Oh, Panera Bread right on the corner of Gale Drive and Wilshire Boulevard. Now I know I can go Panera Bread if I down this way. But it's pretty hard to park around here, La Cienega. Yeah, I believe all this fencing that we see is, when you see fencing like this, that means that they're getting ready, or either they're already under the ground, because you can see the flat middle things there, and look like they're trying to widen the street, or maybe that's where the train is, on that side of the street. So one side is probably the Anchor Street, and the other side is there. How they dig in LA, where they talk about earthquake and stuff like that, I don't know. And they're putting things underground. Because they really can't put things on top of the ground. It would be really messed up, I would believe. But then again, they did mess up parts of Crenshaw Boulevard. They wanted to dismantle the little park called the Mert Park. They wanted to dismantle that. They made it go underground there. Made it go underground right there where the Crenshaw Mall is. The Crenshaw Mall is not really a mall like it was back in the day when it was an outdoor mall, then changed to an indoor mall. Now it's turned into a multi-use mall. Living facilities like condos or whatever inside, as well as not really any anchor stores, really. There was one there. It was a Walmart. I think that was the last anchor store. I don't know what's there now. I'd have to check it out when I have the time. Right now, so we're still on Wilshire Boulevard, because I done Wilshire Boulevard a long time ago. I think the last time I tried to do this, it was in the morning time, which is the best time because the sun is behind your back, and so it's easy to video Wilshire. Okay, this store is out of business. I forget what it was. It could have been one of the stores we used to go to. It could have been a clothing store, for all I know. I probably went there once. There's the old 99-cent store over there to my left. I know that's not business. Used to go there a lot. 99 cent store in Wilshire. There was a restaurant here to my left. I forget what it was, but I believe they had pretty good breakfast there. That's no longer there anymore. Right near the corner. You got the Peterson Auto Museum, which is over to my right, with the funny design. Gotta let this guy come out. But you see that red and grayish thing? That's the Peterson Automotive Museum. Is he still gonna back up? Or is he gonna go forward? I guess he can make it. But he's in the way of my movie. Okay, they got tractors in the parking lot of what used to be the 99 cent store. And over to my left, it used to be May Company. Now it's a museum, Academy Museum. They changed it quite a few times because I think it was the Southwest Museum at one time. I guess they changed the name. There is an original Southwest Museum. Maybe it's still a part of that. I don't know. However, we're gonna go past it. There it is to my right, Peterson Auto Museum. A lot of vintage cars there. Oh, that's what it is. It's the Academy Motion Picture. So they went from art to Academy. So that's what they did. That's what all the talk has been about. Okay, they got this big walkway at the top. And the museum. This is new. This is very new. I know I gotta come here now. Oh, look at that structure there to the right. I don't know what that is. It's some kind of structure. It look like Mickey Mouse. I don't know. But to my left is the La Brea Tar Pits. Well, a lot of your prehistoric animals are stuck in tar. The Page Museum. LACMA. That was it. LACMA, Los Angeles County Museum of Art. This building to my right looks empty now. I don't know what it is. But they did have an all-you-can-eat place there at one time. Well, there's somebody doing hair cutting outside. That's the first time I've seen that. Hair cutting outside across the street from the La Brea Tar Pits. Wow. Well, you know. So that's what's happening now. Man, I tell you, times have changed where people are trying to make money almost any place they can. The city allowed them that. They pay a fee. They set it up. I guess that's okay because sometimes if you have your own barber shop or you rent from someone, I guess it costs a lot of money, but if you can do your own barbering outside on the corner, what up? So we're not in the Beverly Hills area anymore. We're actually kind of like, what would it call? Oh, this is the Fairfax district. Actually, it was the Fairfax district in Wilshire. Fairfax, La Brea, Wilshire. This theater here is still going on. It's an old theater. Ray. One thing that they have done here in LA, a lot of people have rehabilitated the old theaters. You thought they were going to go tear them down. This used to be Staples and they moved down the street. Oh, they redid this area. Actually, over to the left, I used to work there for AT&T. On the corner, they went underground, but there's a building right next to it. That's AT&T building. I used to work there. And this is a metro area. That's why they built there. So right here, La Brea and Wilshire. That also used to be a drugstore right there on the corner. So these stores are for lease because they're still doing the metro thing. So I guess when you finish, I guess you can go ahead and lease spots. Of course, you got your Jack in the Boxes still here. There used to be a Cadillac dealership right here. Okay, there's the Coffee Bean over to my left. Okay. I know there's a Starbucks down the street, but the Coffee Bean, I don't know how long it's been there. But all these buildings to my right are pretty much new. Korean barbecue next to the Coffee Bean. So we are in Beverly Hills still, because that's the Beverly Hills BMW over to my, that building's on top of it. I think it probably was one. But I think they moved down the street. Okay, this person is in my way. I guess Starbucks is gone from this corner. I think there was one here a long time ago. Looked like it was. I'm not sure. Maybe it was over there. Subway still here. On Wilshire and Highland. Yeah, Wilshire and Highland. So over there across the street, I believe there's a school. Oh, the Cochran firm is right over there, Los Angeles. So that's where the Cochran firm is. I didn't know the Cochran firm was there. It's right here on Highland and Wilshire, the Cochran firm, Los Angeles. I better remember that. Oh, they're redoing part of the school here. It was a really beautiful building. It was an elementary school, I believe, here. And they redid it. Oh, it's still on Wilshire, going from Beverly Hills to LA. A lot of these buildings have been rehabilitated, or they used to be vacant land here where they used to sell Christmas trees. Now they got buildings on them. The building to my right looked like it's vacant. I think it was an insurance or broker or something like that building, and during Christmas time, when I was a young child, they had a reindeer up there. So, I mean, a real one. So, things have changed, probably with the treatment of animals. They probably can't do stuff like that no more. It was up high. Of course, it was unsafe. So I don't know why it was gone or whatever, or was there a reason why back in the 1960s, early 60s. I only seen it up there, I think, once. Could have been twice, but I only seen it once. Yes, indeed. I could have easily made a left turn to go up into the Hollywood area, but I'm not. I'll just stick with Wilshire all the way. What's happening? I'm here looking at everything, or is everything looking at me? I am live. Just another historical video of changes in LA and beyond. That looks like a Japanese tea house over there. I forget what it is. Over to my right, cars in my way. Of course, that's the Scottish Rite Temple over to my left, over in front, right where the stoplight is. One time I went there was a really far out concert there. But to my right here, well, that's over to my right here, I believe is the Wilshire Ebell Theater. It is. To my right, directly, is the Wilshire Ebell Theater. You might can see the little red signs of Wilshire Ebell Theater. And to my left, they was going to tear down this building at one time. They repurposed it. They will not tear it down. Been there many years. Like I said, it was a very beautiful place on the inside. Historically speaking, when they build these things, somebody wants to tear them down. After so many years, no one builds structures like that anymore. Especially on this street, Wilshire. This hotel's still here. They probably don't use it as a hotel, but they use it as probably rental property. They've been probably doing that for many, many, many years. Of course, they are redoing this particular area. This is a very popular area. A lot of apartments. There are more people who live in this area. They have newer apartments. They have a few more schools, as you can see school kids running across. But this used to be a good looking area, and I guess this trying to be a good looking area again. I see a grand opening over here. It must be, this is a parking lot in the back. It must be a multi-use apartment and restaurant place. I see Nova, I see, it just says grand opening. Across the street, of course, you got your 7-Eleven. You know, Mogu, I don't know what that is. Or Mogu Cafe, Super Golf. We're on top of an underground train that's supposed to be extended at this far. This part, I do know that the train tracks are underground. And yet you still see people, homeless people, doing their thing. A little tent. No one saying anything unless he got a business here. He must be selling stuff. I see suitcases, bags. Or is that a bed? Nope, that's where he lives. Oh my God. So this is the Wilshire area that used to be early bourgeois. Julius was an up and coming young person in your 20s. This is where you lived most of the time. I'm talking about the 70s. 70s right on into the 80s. Then after that, is what it is now. Right to my left is a vacant corner. I think it used to be a very good breakfast place to eat. I think I ate there once. I can't remember the name of it. But everything has changed on this corner because of the metro. But even before the metro, it was changing. The Wilshire Theater is still going on. That's to my right. You can see part of it. That these people can go, I can go. I'm blocking the walkway. Good. Street is rather bumpy because the train tracks are under it. This was a very commercial area. They had banks on all four corners. They do have credit unions and stuff like that. 24-hour finish and Starbucks coffee over to my right. CBD College. Well, there's a church over here. Like I said, this place used to look much different. Always had something going on. They got a couple of hotels here. But the demographics and people has changed a lot. We're talking about 2025 right now. And I'm talking about in the era when I was young. And a couple of churches here. They used to have a derby here. I think this was it right here. Maybe. Tofu House. I city got buildings that are probably just temporarily used until someone else uses them. But it's more dirtier down here a little bit. There's somebody homeless left their wheelchair outside on the corner to my left. 7-Eleven on the corner. You got all the stores you need over to the right. JC Associates, Egg something, Verizon, another church. Oh, this is still a hotel? Open Air Barbershop Club. There used to be a hotel right to my left. They used to have brunches back in the 70s. Beautiful brunch. The one I went to, but they used to have brunch. Everything's changed. Oh, they even got a Dave's Hot Chicken. They got Dave's Hot Chicken, Egg Tuck. I don't know who the Egg Tuck is. Vendors out in the street. Slurp and Sip. Oh, they got a lot of stuff here. They got some Asian cuisines. Another Coffee Bean. Hair Studios. A lot of these places I didn't go into, but there were a few places that I have went into to do business. Just like anywhere else, you have all these different places to go and eat and shop, and you don't go in all of them because all of them have nothing to do. Well, with all these scooters and stuff, motorized scooters, man, I'm seeing people. These people can stop on a dime, and you can get out the way, and then they can continue on. There's someone else with their own scooter on. I don't know if I even know how to ride it. Okay, they got this fenced off here. This is a school. It used to be something else. Can't even think of it. Ambassador. It used to be the Ambassador, and there's a school. You got it fenced off. It was Ambassador. They only used a few rooms. Decided to tear it down. They had some concerts there and everything else. Political conventions and stuff like that. Assassinations of potential presidents. A little bit of everything at the Ambassador Hotel here that is gone. Gone. Nothing but a school now. I'm still on Wilshire Boulevard in the heart of LA, not too far from downtown. I know this is one of my longer videos. That is live. It's all about the process. It's all about what I want to do with my video. It's all about being current, not being behind. Do what you want to do. Wilshire Boulevard cuts all the main streets, so you can go across All of them practically. Well, all of them on the west. Western Avenue, Normandy, Vermont, La Cienega, Crenshaw. Oh boy, they cleared out this block here on Vermont and Wilshire. And there's always a lot of vendors. They be selling clothing for. They've been doing that for over 10 years now. 15. Now over to my right, there's a tall building. It's green, so it must have been copper. I'm assuming that it's copper and they don't clean it, but I believe it used to be Bullock's department store. Sometimes I forget. Bullock's or Broadway. I can't remember when. Then it turned into a college. But they had I think it was a bank and all that other kind of stuff too before. They had, and a restaurant, all the one I have eaten in there before. This looks new. I don't remember seeing this restaurant here on the corner. There's a restaurant over here, Koreatown restaurant. They just call it Koreatown. There's another Asian over here. Bus is right here on my right. There's a building on my right. Yep, it used to be Bullock's Wilshire. That's what I thought. They keep the name there, but it's called. It's now Southwestern Law School. So it's been Southwestern Law School for quite some time. And I see they're building a brand new multi-use building over to my right also. So it's right near Vigil and Wilshire. Southwestern Law School. Anyone who wants to go to law school, you can go right here. There's a lot of big buildings here that's been changed around, reused. Turned to restaurants as usual. Same old things. I haven't been down this way in a very, very long time. I'm next to this double Dutch bus, so I'm calling it double Dutch. Lafayette Recreation Park over here. Still there. Group of homeless people sitting down, having themselves a powwow. Lafayette Park. Rampart Boulevard and Wilshire. Close to the heart of downtown. Still got a couple more miles to go. Housing Authority. Oh, this theater is still here. The Hayworth Theater. Hayworth Theater on Wilshire and Carondelet. A lot of apartments here. They've been apartments. They probably was very nice looking places a long time ago, but they still are apartments. Okay. Coming up to this Park View. This is Ackley MacArthur Park areas, both on the left and right sides. They've been having a lot of problems here. When I was a Boy Scout, we even camped here at one time. I believe this was the lake on the right. A lot of birds. They're not really using it anymore. But there's nothing but homeless, and they're still taking over the park on both sides. So the city's not doing a very good job, because this area here is Alvarado Street. And you have people of all types. So you really can't have a good time at this park. Probably back when now this guy's walking right in the middle of the street. Why? Come on. A lot of these buildings got a fence around it. I'm on Wilshire and Westlake. Just like I said, the clientele of a lot of people always been strange. But then again, you can't judge a book by its cover, even though some of the covers have fell off. I've been shopping in this area a little bit. It's just on the outskirts of town. Okay, they got the Starbucks here, Panda, AT&T, Jersey Mike's. The high school. Been there a while, but it's still new to me. Boy, a bunch of homeless here on my left. Bunch homeless. They just taking over. Here, they got the tents right here. Right here, there's a hospital parking lot. Hospital parking lot. Been to this hospital once visiting. Frank and Seaver Ambulatory Surgery Center. Down the street here used to be, back in the day, an AT&T, actually Pacific Bell Employment Center. They don't have those anymore, but I got hired down here on the right hand side. There was the AT&T Employment Center back in the day, back in the late 60s, early 70s. And the rest is history. It's Thai. They got a Thai restaurant here. Oh boy, you know I eat Thai food. Coffee bar. This is probably used to be the AT&T building here now. They got all kind of here. Basil Kiss Coffee Bar. All kinds of stuff. It was probably a multi-place back then also, not just a center. So we're right in the middle of downtown LA. Driving past big high-rise apartments. There's Figueroa. I'm not gonna go up Figueroa. So we're in downtown Los Angeles. This is the Wilshire Grand Center. I'm right on the corner of the Intercontinental Hotel. Across the street is El Patron Cantina. El Patron Cantina. Where this guy coming? Oh, okay. Flower Street. Can't make no left turn here. There we get across. Don't go too slow. This is Hope Street. I guess I'm gonna have to make a left turn down here, and I'll stay in this lane here because I think Hope Street doesn't go all the way through anyway. If it did, that's it. Oh, 85-degree Bakery Cafe right to my right. At this time of the evening, I believe people just be walking about or just be getting off of work, or either they live around here. But more than likely, a lot of these people don't live around here. A lot of homeless. Yeah, Hope Street goes right into the library right there. Oh, I have to make a right turn. I can't turn now. I have to make a right turn here. And let's see. To 7th Street, I can make a left on 7th Street, which I will. And I don't see nothing that says I can't. And it is a one-way street. Chipotle over here. Sound Couch Cafe and Kitchen right where I'm making my left turn. Sand Couch. Oh, I said Sound Couch, Sand Couch. Over to my right, it was some kind of restaurant. The Grand, I think it was the Grand Theater. Is that what that was? And something else, the Grand. Okay, I can go. I gotta wait for these people to walk by. Okay, is he gonna walk? No. Let me turn. Olive Street? No, I don't want Olive Street. I don't want to go up Olive. You can walk downtown all day. I did want to do Broadway one time. Oh, there's a nice furniture place over here. You can do a long video. If you can go up and down every one of these streets, it would take you, you probably have to do quite a few videos unless you start off early in the morning. Because the blocks are quite long. This person better watch where he's going. This is Hill Street. Now, I don't want to go up Hill Street either. I'll keep straight. I don't want to make no left turn. I'll stop right here. I'm on Hill Street and 7th Street. I think Wilshire might pick up again, but I think that's actually where Wilshire ended, where I made the right turn. The theater right next to me used to be a theater. I went there before. Now it's a jewelry theater center. So they sell jewelry. And there's a jewelry in front of me across the street to the right. And there's a jewelry store on the left. And it probably was a jewelry store right to the right, but it's totally vacant. So you got a jewelry store on all three corners. Okay, you can go. Can I go? I think so. Is this my street? Broadway, Funky Broadway. You're right. This is the street I want. Funky Broadway, because it goes right on into Chinatown. They got jewelry stores on all these corners. Jewelry stores. Okay, that's a smartphone thing, like a mobile. To my left here, some kind of store. Clifton's, the world famous Clifton's, Cabinet of Curiosities. World famous Clifton's used to sell some very good food there, went out of business, then it's back. A lot of people do some shopping here. Of course, you see a lot of strange people here. I'm on Broadway and 7th Street. I should go ahead and turn, but I'm not. I'll wait till they finish going by, then I'll turn. I'll wait for this bus. 51 7th and Bixel. Okay, it's my turn. Clifton's closed. They still want to open that place back up because it is historical. They're trying their best to save every bit of it. No one's buying it. Or maybe they bought it, but they're doing, like what it says, curiosities. So we're on Broadway, funky Broadway, downtown Los Angeles. Look at this, theater back to back, empty. It is a store now, 2 or 3 stores at that. This is a store, there was a theater here. A lot of stores on the left are closed up for whatever reason. Downtown used to have a lot of theaters back in the 60s. They were all open. They were all doing business. Then all of a sudden, bam. Says Broadway will be closed when? I'm not going to shut down this video yet until the phone goes all the way down. Right now it's saying go to the right. There's a big arrow there. I don't know if it's going to make me do a detour or just a single lane. Or it says road closed ahead. So that means you can't go straight through Broadway. Oh yeah, and I'll go right to it because you can't do no, you can't make no right turn here because it's a one-way street. It is amazing. So I'm stuck in a quagmire here, downtown LA. I'm not gonna cut away until my phone gets completely gone hot, whatever comes first. So this is gonna be a long static video. Now that's one of the things that I think they talked about before is if you can do a live and you can pause the live the way you do anything else, that would be greatly appreciated that I can cut away almost like a commercial. Of course, I don't know how to do all that, and I'm driving anyway, so I can't be doing that. I've already done one thing while I was driving. I was able to do that, so that's why I didn't put in the descriptions or anything. I just put in a quick title. That might be changed. Also, okay, this guy's coming out the parking lot, and he's going the opposite way. Very good. So, look like we're going to be turning down here. Look like my phone's going dead anyway. Anyway, this is Romney Shaw. I guess it is going toward the end. I'll see you in my next video. So long, folks. Have a great day.